Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is round 2 of the 5th Annual Hinson Lake Classic, sponsored by Dynamic Discs, held at Hinson Lake Disc Golf Park in Rockingham, North Carolina. Round 2 was a continuation of round 1 and all of its glory, or lack of glory. This round, round 1 I had essentially 2 blow-up holes that just destroyed the whole round. This round was more of just a perpetual mess up on each hole, where I was slightly off all day long. I was slightly off, and it ate at me all day long. And you'll get to see that, but I tried to keep things under control as far as my attitude, which I think I did pretty well with. I definitely made sure not to bring the card down with kind of how I was feeling about my game, and hopefully the people on my card didn't feel the frustration that I was feeling throughout the whole round. I tried to keep things light, as I always do. I definitely don't want to bring the cards down when I'm playing badly. Hopefully everybody was fine. Nobody seemed like they were feeling any negativity from me, so that's good. But let's get into round 2, and we'll see what happened. All right, we did not make any changes to the bag between rounds. I really didn't bring any extra discs with me, so decided to keep the same bag, and did not make any changes. Alright, so we're starting off on hole 15 for round 2, and I'm going to throw my Firebird on a forehand here, and started a little bit too center and just hit that middle tree, knocked it straight down. Gonna take the Halo AVR, just throw in a little backhand, turnover backhand, trying to get it a little bit closer than I got it. Still left myself a long putt here to try to save par. Unfortunately, just going to catch left chains and spit out left on it. So, going to start with a bogey, which is much better than triple bogey like last round, but the bogey is good. I'm going to take the Firebird here and throw this on a thumber, and I think this is the correct play for this hole. Absolutely nailed it perfectly. Skipped it right around the tree and put it right underneath the basket. This is just a tap-in birdie, which felt really good, by the way. It felt good to start with a bogey and then follow that up with a birdie. So hole 17, I'm going to be throwing the Blizzard Destroyer here. Probably should have thrown the regular Destroyer, the Star Destroyer, but I just cranked over one a little bit too hard, and I hit a tree on the left and kicked OB. So this is to try to save par from the drop zone, and just kind of sailed it over the basket. Pretty easy birdie. Oh, I'm sorry, bogey, but was not what I wanted for that hole. Gonna throw the AVR 3 here on 18. Gonna try to put it up here. I put it almost in the exact same spot I was before. I missed my approach, but this is me putting for par. And right there, I was in the basket and fell out again. Gonna take a bogey on 18. Hole 19, I'm gonna throw the rock 3, and like I said last round, I did the exact same thing. I think it was the exact same branch limb I hit the first round. I could have just copy and pasted the video from round 1, and you wouldn't have known the difference. That was a better approach shot, I believe. Just easy tap in for the bogey. Hole 1 here, I'm going to try to throw backhand, lefty backhand, just because, like I say, I'd kind of given up after round 1, and that came out a little bit early for me. Going to give it a good run here for the birdie, and just came up short, but easy tap in for par. Hole 2, I'm trying to throw the same shot I did last round with this rock 3. and unfortunately threw a little too inside. It was a good throw. It was just too inside. And I'm gonna take the AVR3 here and just put it on a big hyzer line and just put it next to the basket so I can take an easy par. Hole 3, I'm throwing the... Oh, that was AVR3. And I missed my line, but luckily I got through that little gap and have this for birdie. That was a pleasant birdie. Luckily that one caught. I feel like with my putting style, I catch better on the right side than I do on the left. Throwing the blast here on a forehand, and out of the hand it felt great, except I hit that tree in the middle of the fairway. But I thought I'd nailed it out of the hand, and I sure did. Give it a long bid here for the birdie, and just going to kind of put it under the basket. Easy tap in par. Hole 5, I'm going to throw the it again. Nice backhand flip up, and this was just a perfect shot. This one felt great. Got it down here to the middle of the fairway again. I have a long bid for birdie. I had a lot of long birdie putts today. And I thought I'd made it halfway to the basket, and it just did come up, a hair short. Easy tap in par. This hole I'm throwing the Star Destroyer on a forehand and just cranked it over a little too much. I'm going to be in these trees on the left, but I'm going to take the blast and just kind of throw it up near the basket. I went a little bit long, but this is a comeback save par, and I was able to save it. Next hole, I'm throwing. I'm going to throw the Firebird on a thumber. I'm going to try to replicate hole 16, and it was perfect. Just a great throw right down the middle. Soft flare to the right, and left it with a long birdie putt here. Oh, just off the top of the cage. Or sorry, top of the band. Easy tap in par. Next hole, hole 8, I'm throwing the it on a forehand again, and luckily this was a much better throw than first round, and I got right down the middle of the fairway. It's going to be with a nice birdie putt here. Just short left. Easy tap in par. Hole 9, I'm going to be throwing Firebird on the forehand. And out of the hand, I just knew I was going to be all over the basket. And I caught just one of the last trees that I needed to miss. And it just knocked it straight down. I think I would have been just up there to the right of the basket. Probably about 20-25 feet to the right had I not hit that tree. And this is where we were making a joke that there was a holly tree, a little holly bush right where I was standing. And everyone was joking that it seemed like anytime anybody was doing their approach shots, they were in a holly bush, no matter if they were in the middle of the fairway or off the fairway. Took an easy par there. Hole 10, I'm throwing the Blizzard Destroyer. Great throw out of the hand, got it right up the middle of the fairway. And I'm going to show you how to completely destroy a great birdie hole. I'm going to take that Halo AVR and I'm going to throw it up here to the left of the basket. Easy putt here for birdie. But, I didn't come out here to make birdies. I came out here to make bogeys. That was for birdie, and this is the comeback for par. Hole 11, I'm going to throw the Rock 3 this round. Just because it is downhill, uphill, I just threw it just a low Rock 3 to try to get it to go down the middle and flare up the hill. It kind of got stopped a little earlier than I wanted, so this is a long putt for birdie, and unfortunately I caught that left side, which, like I say with my putting style, left chains usually kicks out. So unfortunately I take a par here on what should have been a pretty simple birdie hole. Star Destroyer here, and I just absolutely throw a... That's probably my worst shot of the day. Other than that fox with the foot slippage, but this was more just a bad throw altogether. Had to take the blast and try to just blast it through those trees, and this is a long putt to try to save par. This was probably about 90 feet, and I just did come up short. And unfortunately, it's a tap-in bogey. Hole 13, Blizzard. No, that's the Thunderbird. I'm sorry, that's the first throw of the Thunderbird. And luckily I caught a tree on the left, which kicked it back out into the fairway. But it's not going to matter, because I'm going to take this Blizzard Destroyer here. And absolutely just rip it into the trees on the left. My forehand did so much work today. I'm going to take the blast here and just try to throw it down that right gap, and I'm trying to skip it to the basket, because that angle, all that tall stuff over there on the right is all OB, so I was just trying to throw like a flare skip with the blast, and it left me with this just outside circle putt for par. And out of the hand, I know I missed it left. That was just a really bad putt. Completely missed my putting line, and this is for the bogey. And hole 14, I'm gonna throw the rock 3, and I figured, last hole of the day, why not just rip it right into the trees, straight out of bounds. And this is my drop point. I'm gonna take the Halo AVR, and just try to toss it up to the basket. And luckily, I'm going to take a pretty easy bogey putt here. So unfortunately, after round 2, I did one stroke better than round 1, so I finished 5 over for the round 2, 11 over for the tournament, and I did not move at all in my standings. I finished second to last, same position I was in after round 1, and to be fair, the position I deserved, if not last place. If I'd been last place, it would not have surprised me. Like I say, all day long, I felt off. Nothing felt like it was coming out of my hands properly. Nothing felt like it was. I don't think I hit one power pocket today, and I know why. That's what I was saying. Last video on my drive home, I was thinking about it and replaying things in my head, and I realized what I was doing wrong and why I was not hitting a power pocket. It was awful all day long. It did not feel good. It felt like I was playing in mud all day. And like I say, I believe I realized why. I'll be out to the course probably tomorrow or Tuesday. Probably try to get 30 to 45 minutes out there just to kind of work on a few things and try to confirm that what I'm thinking was the problem. So next tournament's going to be at Patriot Disc Golf Course. That's going to be coming up this next weekend. I believe it is a 2-round, 1 round each day, Saturday, Sunday with tee times. So I'm going to actually enjoy that. That's one I don't get to do often, where we get the tee time rounds, and where we're not having to do 2 rounds in one day, which is extremely tiring. But I look forward to that, and look forward to bringing that tournament to the channel. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time.